What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Unscripted Podcast. As always, I'm your host, Eduardo. I'm here with my co-host, Edward. What is up, Edward?
Hi, Ed.
What is up? What is up? We missed 2 weeks. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back with another episode. Just in time right now. The playoffs is we're in the divisional round now. We did record and then we had issues. Um, so we weren't able to put up episode last week talking about the wild card, but the wild card ended and it had really good matchups. Some upsets, some pretty much knowing which everybody kind of knew which teams were gonna win. But we have divisional round, like I said, we have really good matchups. Starting off with the Texas versus Chiefs at 4:30. Always the Texans always play at 4:30 for some reason. They always got them at 4:30, regardless. Um, we got the Commanders Lions on Saturday night. Then we got Sunday Rams Eagles, Ravens Bills. But a lot to catch up on. A lot to catch up on. Um, but man, just give me your thoughts on wild card weekend and then on the divisional round.
Wildcard weekend, probably. Outside the Commanders Bucks game, I think one of the bigger upsets on wildcard weekend also happened to be probably the first and only playoff game on a Monday night.
Yeah, that one was uh,
I don't want to say it was
not
maybe ne- upset, yeah, but just
upset by I guess by the seedings, I guess. You know, I think people were expect eventually like people were so like the Vikings lost against the Rams 27-9, and I guess people were expecting like or were waiting for like Sam Darnold to become Sam Darnold, I guess what people have known him as, and not just like this one season that he's played really well. All credits to him. We talked about him, like he's been playing really well, and he had back to back against the Lions, and then the Rams didn't play that great, but I
I
mean
mean,
the Rams are not are have been improving. But yeah, go ahead.
the thing with that game was that it's kind. I feel like it's maybe like two things. Was it the Rams showed up or the Vikings just went, the Vikings were just nowhere to be found?
I mean, look, they did get to Sam Darnold. What? How many times they sacked him? Like 7 times, 9 times?
Nine.
Yeah, so the Rams defense, they really planned for it. They were able to stop Justin Jefferson. Obviously, all the receivers, got pressure to Darnold. But those Rams, Sam's Matt Stafford's gonna ball out. He's a Hall of Famer. Puka Nacua has really stepped up for that team. You got Higbee, Kyron Williams. It's a very young team, and you know,
We talked about it in the past, but even with it still wasn't too long ago that Rams team won a Super Bowl. It had to be about 3 years ago, three and
yeah,
a half years ago.
when they went all
But
in and they gave up all their picks, and now they're doing it again, and just in a different way now.
yeah, it's just that I know some people were kind of like speculating maybe Sean McVay kind of like lost his touch, or like just there was just something missing with the Rams. But what as you saw, maybe like late towards the season and like early into the playoffs, just as long as Sean McVay's there, that Rams offense is still going to do what they do. And Matt Stafford, he's got some grays in the beard, but he still looks like that number one overall pick that came out of Georgia in '09.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that was a really good game. Obviously, um, I mean, we could just jump right into this because we're gonna start the bad and then we're gonna end it with the good. Um, I mean, like I said, it's a little late, but I guess now there's a lot of things coming out of Pittsburgh. Obviously, your Steelers lost last week against the Ravens, 28-14. It did not look good. Obviously, I think a lot of people expected the Ravens to win. A lot of things coming out now about the Steelers. Obviously, Mike Tomlin, what did he say? Like there's going to be some changes in the offseason or this next season.
He said, I don't have him verbatim, but I think he said, I expect changes in the future, something of that nature. What he said.
Now, depending on who knows what the changes are, you guys have 24 free the players that you guys need to sign. Of those 24, who knows are going to get signed? And of those 24, there are Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Um, that's also up in the air which quarterback or what they're going to do and the quarterback position. Um, then it's coming out with George Pickens with him, I guess him being late to the Christmas Day game. Everything's coming out in Pittsburgh. Um, this is what, how many years out of the playoffs at first round?
It's been a consecutive trend. Probably it's been like that since 2017 and
I thought it was 2015 or 2016
no 2015,
was the last
26
playoff win.
no 2016 was the last playoff one. Yes.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, you can address it really quick, as a serious fan. I think, like I said, there's got to be a lot of changes. I think there is changes that need to be happening. Who knows what those changes are going to be are. I don't think it needs.
So
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, as a Steelers fan, realistically, those changes are most likely going to be changes on the coaching staff.
Hmm.
Who knows when and when that's going to happen? I probably think maybe I don't know what the contract situation is looking like, but the defensive coordinator Terrell Austin, don't know if he'll be brought back or as typically the Steelers do, hire from within, or maybe they go outside and find somebody. I don't know, but a little message just to like all these people on TV talking about. It's been a topic of conversation of should Mike Tomlin leave? Should they bring in a new coach? As a Steelers fan, I'm going to tell you what's realistically going to happen. They'll be coaching in 2025. They're not like the Steelers are just an organization that just doesn't. I mean, the thing with Mike Tomlin is like I said it in the past, we live by Tomlin, we die by Tomlin. The me- yeah, he's always lauded for never having a losing season, and then now it's being highlighted more that he goes one and done in the playoffs, and I think he knows that personally, but his job as the coach, he can't make his failures the image of the team that he has to create. So it's really just like it's coaching in general. When you're winning, you get all the praise. When you lose, you get all the blame. So even if he has another winning season, which I expect next year, it's going to be highlighted more that what's going to be done in the playoffs. And people are saying he needs to leave Pittsburgh. That's not going to happen. And trust and believe
Like
there are
it's
other
kind of.
trust and believe there are other teams that would kill to be in the position the Steelers are in every year. So
I mean, even if like let's say like they move away, there's gonna be a lot of teams trying to go get Mike Tomlin. Like I said, he's a great coach. Like I said, it's kind of there's some people in Pittsburgh and Steelers fan that do want him out. Maybe not as much
that's
fans,
the noise
but
on the internet, and I operate in real life. Okay, let's just call what it is.
no,
Anytime anything negative happens, they call for this man's job, and
no,
then
but I'm just saying like there's some people that don't like it, and some people like we stand we're gonna stick with Mike Tomlin. I think he's a good coach. Like I said, I think he's a really good coach. Now the changes I think do need to happen in Pittsburgh. Something's got to change because, like I said, it's consecutive years that they have not won the playoff game, and like have you always mentioned, the standard is the standard, right? And we did, and I said this last we tried to record. I said, and the standard in Pittsburgh is Super Bowls. It's not go to the playoffs, have a winning season, and then just get out of the first round. The standard in Pittsburgh as the organization is to win Super Bowls, right? That is the standard in Pittsburgh. Some teams, you know, they're happy with, just making it to the playoffs, and if they lose, okay, but it was a success for that one season, right? Like for instance, the Commanders, right? Nobody expected them to be in the playoffs. So regardless of what happened, it was a success the first season with the whole new regime and everything that's happening. That was a success. Obviously, they exceeded those expectations. They won the playoff game. So that's the difference. In Pittsburgh, it's Super Bowl. That is the standard. And I think something needs to change whether it's like you said the defensive coordinator because the defense was that was keeping them in certain games, and
I
now they have
mean,
a
yeah, I'll highlight that. Like going back to even the game on Saturday night, the defense just they were really just nowhere to be found, and that was really the issue that contributed to the 5 week skid of just limping to the playoffs. And
but
I
what are you
don't,
guys gonna
I don't want to say the defense quit, but maybe some guys just checked out. And honestly, when
but
you
but
lose in the way they
but
lose, you just it's
but
very demoralizing. But
but that's where the changes need to happen because why are you gonna keep maybe let's say you keep 20 resign 20 of those 24 players that need to are free agents, well you're just keeping the same thing. Some I think you need to change certain things up. I don't know what they're gonna change. Like you said, in the Pittsburgh, certain things don't usually happen, but you guys need to sign a quarter. You need to get a quarterback because you guys have a quarterback issue on and on since Big Ben. You guys don't have a quarterback, and you guys can't. You guys have winning seasons, so you guys can't draft in the top 10 or top five pick to get a draft a quarterback because you guys are always going to be like picking like top 20, top 16. So
I mean, this is the thing.
where is
Like,
that?
I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, that's and I've even said it in the past. Our fan base, it can be very fickle. So we're get, we're just gonna have to like look into the draft, see what we can get, and obviously develop these guys and figure out how they fit in the system. And I still have faith in like there'll still be success with this team moving forward. It's
But there's
just
a lot of questions
I know
going on.
I understand that it's just it really just leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you just see just the purgatory that we're in, just the same result, and you
Mhm.
just try to figure out what direction this team has to go in. But like the Roonies run the Steelers in a very loyal and patient way. So
But that could also be an issue now.
like I mean I get it. It's
You know
still
what I mean? That
it's
could
still
be
a
an issue.
like I told you
And
it'd be like 48 hours. Yes, I'm still upset about how we got out of the playoffs and just obviously every team's gonna have to deal with this like whatever however their season ends, but it's just like yeah, Steel fans were tired of the pain, but it's also just a head scratcher like what's gonna happen in the off season, who
again,
we want, what's
it's
gonna
gonna be a noise.
happen. But
It's gonna be another noise, right? It's gonna be something else. Who's gonna be the quarterback? Who's the quarterback? What's gonna happen? So we'll see what
but
happens in the offseason.
I mean I mean if you win more than 8 games in a season, obviously some of those stuff all those issues are gonna be brushed aside. But
Or who knows? Like right now, like there's not that many, I guess, great quarterbacks in the draft right now. You could wait till next year or the year after. Like who knows? Like I said, or you go get a Aaron Rodgers, go get a Sam Darnold, or what other quarterback is out there that Kirk Cousins, somebody that's already,
like also
what
also I feel like yes, he's the head coach, but I also do just personally like that issues like I don't think developing a quarterback's really Mike Tomlin's skill set because he's a defensive coach. He got his skin in the league being a
so
defensive
go
coach. So
so go
he's
so
never been put in that position to have to develop a quarterback when you pretty much inherited Big Ben for probably 15 of the
well now
18
that
years he
but
was
like I said
there.
that's the issue that he's having now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the issue he's having because he hasn't had the
But
quarterback.
but like I said, my I kind of just went into this whole diatribe, just like kind of just addressing like the people's calling for his job, just
No, I
like
don't think he needs to go, but
it's just
there
like what
I think
bothered me. It's just like why Mike Tomlins had the job security is like being the motivator and the leader that he is why he's had the
yeah,
job security he's had, and
yeah.
he still has a Super Bowl on his resume. So
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I think drastic changes need to happen. I think changes need to happen because if it doesn't happen, it's gonna be the same story every year, and it happens. Like you said, eventually happens to every team. Some changes need to happen. Some happen, and some happen instantly. Changes happen quick. Some of them take a while, but we'll see in the offseason. It's gonna be loud in Pittsburgh once again in the offseason. But let's move on to the playoffs. Like I said, it's gonna be a really good matchups. Uh, let's go move on with the Commanders Lions. It's gonna be the Commanders Lions at Lions Detroit. We're taking on the number one seed. Um, we beat the Bucks in again another fourth quarter. Jaden Daniels leads the Commanders to the to win the game for a field goal, game winning field goal for by Zane Gonzalez that hit and get the doink, and it went in. Gave a lot of Commanders fans kind of little heart attack, little the heart was stopping, but this game I think like I said we recorded and I mentioned to you that I think if we were down in the fourth quarter and Jaden Daniels has the ball, I have all the confidence in him. He has shown many times that he's able to lead this team to win, and it happened again. And this this kid has such a poise, and nothing's too big for him, and he's able to step in the biggest moments and produce, and it's just special to watch. Me as a Commanders fan, oh, like for years, the last time I saw them win a playoff game, I was probably like 9 or 10 years old. So for the fact that I was able to see this after 20 years, they finally won a playoff game. It kind of like reminded me as a kid, like wow, like you kind of get that moment, like a kid feeling like, man, my team finally won after 20 years. Like I said, in other like the Steelers, they have so much success and everything like that. The Commanders, we haven't had that much success over the years. We've had a bad owner, he was gone, and in a whole year it changed. And I think a lot of us fans were so happy that it was a really good season, it's an incredible season. We'll never forget about the season. But it's just like this kid is special. Hopefully, we're gonna be in the playoffs for many years, and we're only gonna get better next year. Um, but what was your thoughts on the game and your thoughts on just thoughts on the game, the Commanders versus Bucks?
I mean, give credit where credit's due. The Commanders won the game. The Bucks had ultimately everything was really going the Bucks' way up until that costly turnover between Baker and
Was it Buck Irvin?
I think so, but I think Baker botched the snap and the
Yeah,
ball just went back to the defense.
and that changed the whole like everything. Because remember, the Commanders could not score in the red zone. They were getting
Mm.
the red zone, I think, three times, and they could not convert. And they kept on going on fourth down. I felt like there was one time they should have just went for the field goal, but they went for it and didn't convert. They were able to get they got the fumble, and I think they scored the touchdown. Was it? I think that was
That
the
was
the
that was a
the Amir
touchdown
Brown.
to
Was it Terry McLaurin? I
I
forget
think it
which one
was
it was.
I think it was a touchdown to Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. Um, but the fact that Dan Quinn like is just gonna go for it on fourth down, he has all the confidence in the world on his offense. The run game didn't really get going with Brian Robinson, so like I said, Dan Daniels, De'Ami Brown really stepped up. Terry McLaurin made some key catches. Um, but like I said, it was all to go in the Bucks' way, and then the Commanders really stepped up. And like I said, in the fourth quarter, Jane Dan's gonna do what he's always done this season.
I
Um,
mean, looking at this game now, you're going to be dealing with two coaches named Dan that like to gamble on fourth down. So,
the two coaches that got some got some balls going for on fourth down, and I feel like it's gonna be a lot of fourth downs. Both of them gonna go on fourth down because both coaches know like you gotta score. It's gonna be a lot of points, and you gotta go for it because they're gonna come down and score too. So you have to go for on fourth down. Both of them are gonna go on fourth down.
I mean, yeah, this game's on Saturday, and I see you're wearing a JD5 jersey.
Yes, sir.
So, how, how, you're going against probably the hottest team that's been the hottest team in the NFC
And
since.
I like the Lions. I like I think people like the Lions. I like the Lions. Everything that like I said, they've also they've had a bad franchise. They were a really good franchise back in the day, and then it was they were the laughing stock. They always pick top
I'm,
top five, and now look what they are.
mhm.
I
Yeah,
love Dan Campbell.
but I'm trying to say, how do you feel that this Commanders team can match up with this current Lions team right now?
I don't know. It's tough. I think it to beat the Lions, we would have to literally outscore them and like 30 plus points because the Lions can score at least 40, 50 points.
Just like,
It really depends on the defense, and they're getting Montgomery back.
yeah, I was just about to
Um,
bring that up that their defense, some of their guys on defense coming back, and
and
David
Zaloni came
Montgomery,
back,
they thought they thought Montgomery his season was over, but
came
he's
back.
working
Sonic and
very
Knuckles
towards
are
the play.
back.
So,
Honestly, I think if they can stop the run, it's just so tough because if you stop the run game, then Jared Goff is gonna just sling it either with Jameson Williams and St. Brown. Was it Tim Patrick? And then you got Sam Laporta. I think you have there's another tight end that they have that's pretty good, and then maybe Dan Skipper. You don't know what they're gonna do. The offense, they might do some trick plays. Who knows? They're always gonna go on fourth down. I think Lattimore's going to be guarding is going to be with one on one with St. Brown. So I think it could be a Jameson Williamson game.
I mean,
But honestly, I don't know. But same thing for the Lions. What are they going to do to try to stop Jalen Daniels? Because he can run for the ball. He's going to run.
mhm. I
And
mean,
McLaurin, it's a lot of confidence too. And another thing, the Lions were on a bye week. The Commanders, they have won consecutive games. Like I said, they're coming off from this game. So they have nothing to lose, to be honest with you, because the team that has everything to lose is the Lions because they're the number one seed. This has been an incredible season for the Commanders. Nobody expected it. They overachieved and like I said, they have nothing to lose. So I think feel like they're just gonna I'm hoping they win, obviously, but I think it's gonna be a really close game. I don't think it's gonna be a blow. Hopefully it's not a blowout, but I think it's gonna be a really good game. And I think in it, if the fourth quarter, we're only down by three, and Jaden Daniels got the ball, I think he's doing it again. Like I have all the confidence in the world with him. If he's in overtime in the fourth quarter, we're only down by a field goal or like a touchdown, whatever. I think he goes down there and does it. Like this kid, like nothing phases him. He just so much poise.
all right. Now to the other game on Saturday, the Houston Texans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, times here, Chiefs are finally back in the playoffs. Chiefs finally get their time to shine in the playoffs, and they're going against the Houston Texans, who a lot of people they thought people thought the Houston Texans actually took a step back, and actually thought CJ Stroud took a step back, but surprise, surprise, they made it to the second round, even at a 10-7 record. But
And they got the Chiefs again. I think remember they faced the Chiefs one time.
yeah,
The Chiefs are 8.5 favorites. That's a lot of points. Um, the Texans
yeah,
did look good. Their defense is what really helped them win that game against the Chargers.
yeah.
Um,
I was gonna bring that up. I see. I mean, you're wearing your red, yellow, and black jersey as opposed to your black, yellow, and white one.
yeah,
So I'm just like, look, it's got to be said. What? Why did the Chargers collapse again in the playoffs?
I honestly, it was tough watching the game too. Like I said, I think whoever doesn't know, like I support two teams. The Chargers are being one of them. Um, Like it's just honestly the same thing with like the command. It was like the first season. I was happy regardless. Like I think we weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs, and this team's all also is only gonna get better with Jim Harbaugh. Um,
I mean,
I think that Justin Herbert, like people are just going for Justin Herbert. Obviously, he did not play well, but he also doesn't have weapons. Like his best guy is a rookie, Lad McConkey. Quentin Johnson
I
also did
mean,
not step up. He's on and off. I think what also messed up is that Greg Roman stopped running the ball. I think J.K. Dobbins only had like 9 carries or 11 carries. What got
I
him there was
mean,
running the ball, and with Jim Harbaugh's
yeah, but I mean, we were talking about coaching early on in the show, talking about I mean, you were the same person that told me Jim Harbaugh was going to establish like a run game with this team, and just like you would think going to the playoffs that would be the identity to take on, but I don't know why they just didn't.
But
I don't
the
know why.
offensive
I don't
coordinator,
know why. Yeah, I don't know why they stopped or like didn't even like attempt to really run the ball.
and then Greg Roman was the offensive coordinator. And remember what he did in Baltimore. What did he do against the Chiefs? He didn't run the ball. And what
No, no,
got
no,
him
no,
there?
no,
Or
no,
was it
no.
was it him?
No,
Or
Todd
was that
Monken
that
was
was that
still
that was him, right?
he was
Oh,
still the
okay, okay,
offensive
okay.
coordinator.
Okay, I don't think I'm messing up. But like I said,
He did come from Baltimore though. I
yeah,
remember.
yeah. Maybe that's why I'm getting confused. But like I said, I don't understand why they stopped running the ball. Who knows? Like I said, the best player was Ladd McConkey.
But
Um,
also just like in that game, yeah, you guys, I mean, the Chargers, they kind of were controlling it really in like the first half, and then after that weird fumble play, I truthfully, I
oh,
think that was what,
the CJ Stroud one, but like there was that changes that changed
yeah,
everything.
that was the whole momentum changer. I really thought that was just like gonna be a botch play, but I didn't expect C just trying to work that type of magic. And then
Yeah, but
now, and weirdly enough, even without his weapons, now you're starting seeing like the reigning offensive rookie of the year, CJ Stroud, and what he was capable of.
yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's gonna be at Chiefs. It's gonna be in Kansas City. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be cold. I think that, I mean, like I said, the Chiefs are gonna be favored. I think, like I said, you just gotta go against the Chiefs, and to get to the Super Bowl, get to the AFC Championship, you gotta beat the Chiefs. I don't see it happening. I think I got the Texans winning this game. I mean, I got the Chiefs winning this game, but hopefully it's a good game. Last time they met, the Chiefs won. I forgot in week 17. I forgot what the score was on that game. But
That was yeah, that was the so hold it. Thoughts and prayers for Tank Dell, but yeah, that was the game he got seriously injured.
yeah, let's move on to the game of the. It could be one of the biggest games of the year of the season. Ravens Bills. Sunday night 6:30 at Buffalo. The two MVP candidates, Lamar versus Josh Allen. This is gonna be huge, 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 huge game. Baltimore, like I said, they beat the Steelers. The Bills destroyed the Broncos. What's your thoughts on this game? Let me see what I think the Ravens are favored in this game. Surprisingly, yeah, they're 1.5 point favorites against the Bills, and I think it's just really the offense and the defense has really stepped up for the Ravens. But what's your thoughts on that game?
Thoughts on that game? All eyes are going to be on both quarterbacks. Truthfully, I don't even know. Yeah, I mean, defense has to step up, but I just know, regardless of the outcome, I think a lot of narratives are going to be built around. A lot of narratives going to be built around both quarterbacks, and it's definitely going to be an interesting one. I don't know how it can play out. I think definitely fans and bettors want this game to start out pretty hot and expect a high scoring game. But
This is the over is 51 and a half. This is the second highest scoring over this playoff weekend. Um, it's gonna be it's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be. I honestly think depending on the winner of this game, I think is going to the Super Bowl. I think one of these two teams can go against the Chiefs and beat them. I really do think.
I mean, he
Like I said, this year, like it's also like Lamar most likely is gonna win his MVP, and I think that's the only thing that's separate. Then the only thing he needs is to go to the
it's
Super Bowl and win it.
yeah, because like I just said, like a lot of fans and bettors like they want this game for like two specific reasons, and also if the Bills win, we get Mahomes, Allen again, most likely, or if the Ravens win, they get to go back to the NFC Championship and have a chance to correct where everything went wrong last year.
Get the
So,
rematch and beat them at home. Man, honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Hopefully, like I said, it's a really good game.
yeah, I think that's throughout all the four games of this entire weekend, that's probably the most anticipated game.
Yeah, for sure. To end the podcast, let's do the picks for this game. Texas versus Chiefs. Let me see. Texas versus Chiefs. The spread is 8.5. The Chiefs are favorite. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm Chiefs winning the game. I think the Texans. I would take the Texans in the points, 8.5.
I say the Chiefs win by 10.
All right, so you're taking the Chiefs straight up and
Yeah.
8.5. All right, Commanders Lions. The Commanders are 9.5 points underdogs. The over under is 55.5, like I said. Realistically, I would say the Lions win the game. I'm biased, but when this game, like I said, when the game is on, I'm hoping the Commanders win. It would be amazing if they win. Um, I say the Lions win. I think the Commanders cover the spread 9.5 points. But I'm hoping like I said, I'm realistically I'm biased. I'm in the Lions, but
I
I'm hoping the
don't
Commanders
know.
win.
I don't know about cover. Honestly, this game could probably go two different types of ways.
Hey, honestly, it can go to different. It could be a
But
close game or it could be a complete blowout.
uh, I think I like the Lions in this one because Ford Fields they're going to be loud. It's an indoor team. They're an indoor team in a dome. They're going to be
But
loud.
crazier things have happened in the playoffs, so we'll see. We got Rams versus Eagles. Man, the Eagles are 6.5 favorites to win this game. I'm picking the Eagles to win this game, and I think the Rams cover 6.5.
Yeah, I can see the Rams covering.
I think Saquon goes crazy and probably go over 100 yards.
I feel like that would be the only way. That has to be like the key for the Eagles to win. But I'll take the Eagles, but I wouldn't rule out the Rams keeping this game interesting. I'll
Yeah.
leave it at that.
Ravens, Bills. Now this game is very tough to pick. I don't know. I've been back and forth on and on.
Yeah, this
I would like to see the Bills win this game, but the way Lamar's been playing, the way this offense has been playing with Derrick Henry, I think the Ravens win this game.
yeah, no,
I think the Ravens win. I think the 1.5 and straight up Ravens. I'll take the Ravens, the
yeah,
spread
no,
and the points.
yeah, no joke. Even just picking this game alone, it really is tricky.
I think the Ravens cover and they win the game. Money line. You can either one. I think the Ravens got this one. I just Derrick Henry, the way Lamar's been playing. I don't. They may get Zay Flowers back. I don't know. They got Bateman, Mark Andrews. Like I
I
said, I think
see Zay
we didn't
Flowers still has a practice this week, so
likely. Remember, like I said, like I said, we recorded, but it didn't go up. I said likely could be a big part, and he was. Uh, I would love to see Josh Allen again go against Mahomes one more time, but I think the Ravens win.
Lord, Lord, Lord.
And the over. I'm taking the over. 51 points. Oh, this is going over.
I will take the over, but the winner of this game,
I'm biased. Don't be just hit him
I'll
and
okay, I'll be honest. Maybe the Ravens win by a field goal. It pains me. It really does disgust me to say that, but
you like Lamar. Like you say, you like Lamar. You like Lamar. Everything he just
I can
unfortunately he's on the
I can
Ravens.
see the Ravens winning by a field goal. But like I said, maybe where my heart lies.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
All right, so
So
you got the Ravens.
hope I'm wrong, but
We'll see. Like I said, I'm hoping I'm wrong too with the Lions, but we'll see. But we'll be back with another episode. Stay tuned. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and on TikTok.
rest in
Hopefully.
peace. Rest in peace, TikTok. Go Steelers no matter what happens. Still
All
loyal
right
to the
then.
soil.
Till then, peace.
Goodbye.